Hey everybody, welcome back to DC Football 101 with me, Lucas, and I have my co-host from 14 Rings. DC Football 101 is supported by 14 Rings and NFC East podcast. And Mal is my Giants co-host, and we are battling out week one. Well, we aren't, but our teams are. And, we might be giving a little schmack talk here and there, but she's going to be here on here, and we're going to be talking about the matchup. One of the probably our hardest matchup in the division, the New York Giants historically. Mal, I know you like to rub that in my face a lot, but
Yeah, but that's in the past. I love the way that no matter what, the Commanders and the Giants always put out a good football game against each other. So I expect nothing less this week
yeah,
one.
oh yeah, absolutely. Last week, what was it, week 2 or 3? Week 3. It was a 3-point win, and we had 7 field goals by my estimation, right? 7
Yeah,
field
you guys
goals. It
didn't
was
even score a
crazy.
touchdown.
I mean, you guys couldn't kick a field goal. I think you guys missed like 2 or
No,
3.
that was when our kicker woes started with the
Yeah,
nose
that's
injury
when
and
kicker
everything.
was.
And
Yes, but we got through that divisional game. That was a tough one. And then the second game, we played you guys. It was we won 27-22. So always a close game, even though, like, no offense, your quarterback play last year was horrendous.
it
But you
was
know what?
bad,
I
bad.
look, I just want to say I am high on you guys. If you guys saw our most recent episode 108, we did NFC East predictions for the season. I had the Giants with the best record out of everybody. I had them going
Yeah.
9-8. Mal arguably had them getting one of the worst records. Giants fans. See, I'm not hating on you guys anymore. You don't have Daniel Jones. I'm not gonna hate,
Yeah,
but
things are coming. So
think
hopefully
think
we have a good start.
look. I mean, there are good things there for sure. I do want to say that you guys gave us a tough run. Your defensive line, even though wasn't even close to what it is now, talent wise, you guys were able to give us a good, give our offensive line, who was healthy at the time, problems. Now, I do want to say, let's get into some key matchups here, Mal. Okay, so I think it all starts in the lines, right? The line play on both
Yeah.
sides of the ball, right?
I think that's a big one. I think that it's going to be interesting to see how your offensive line goes up against my defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really interested in Abdul Carter's role this first week because there's
Mm-hmm.
been a lot of speculation that in some way, shape, or form, Dable wants to use Abdul as a spy on Jaden Daniels.
I've
But
heard that. Yes.
yeah, I'm kind of all out on that though. I think that we just got to get Abdul Carter in there, starting to make some noise, see what he can do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm interested how Connerly is going to play out on your side against my
Mm-hmm.
edge rushers, and
Yeah.
just in general how your center Tyler Biotish and Dexter Lawrence are going to be going against each other. So I think that's going to be exciting, and I think what's big for me on the Giants going into this week is starting quick, starting
Mm-hmm.
fast, starting aggressive, and
Mm-hmm.
not letting Jaden Daniels escape too much and literally just run across the field. That's big things.
Look, yeah, for sure. Look, you're gonna start off with, can you contain Jaden Daniels and keep him just in the pocket? Now, let's be clear. If you keep him just in the pocket, he's still super dangerous. Let's be clear.
Yeah,
But
no, absolutely.
I saw Malik Neighbors say that maybe Abdul can't keep up with him, but at the same time, that's not the goal here. I
Right.
believe that you're right. If you're gonna have anybody be a spy on Jaden, I would use Thibodeau just as, because he's your
Yeah.
weakest pass rusher out of
Mhm.
the guys that you do have there. But yet again, you go to Connerly. You mentioned Connerly here. I want to note that Connerly actually did a really good job against Abdul Carter in college when they played against each other when he was
Right.
at Oregon and
Mhm.
Abdul was at Penn State. So there's that. We also added Laramie Tunsil. That's a huge upgrade.
Correct.
Shifted Brandon Coleman down to the guard position, which is his natural. Now we still are missing Sam Cosmi. I don't think he's going to be back until at least week 4.
Okay.
So I, there's that to consider. But Nick Allegredia is a good backup. I trust
Yeah.
him. You can throw in Andrew Wiley there, who started for us last year. He's going to be coming off the bench too. Trent
Mhm.
Scott is not a joke. So we have good depth on the offensive line. I'm not worried about our offensive line. We've improved it. It's gotten better. We improved the outside of the offensive line with Tunsil, who's a multi-time Pro Bowler, All Pro, and a first-round pick, Josh Connerly, who was arguably one of the best tackles in college football last year. So
Mhm.
I feel comfortable there. But yet again, there's a reason why I had you guys going 8-9 in that, in my prediction is just because your defensive line is that good. Now, I think we got to talk about the receiving room too for both teams. Now,
No, for sure.
yeah, because I look at you guys have a lot of deep threats, and that's great because that's what Russell Wilson does. He throws the deep ball, right?
Yeah.
Hyatt can go deep. Neighbors obviously is going to go deep.
Darius Slayton.
And I think we both said on the podcast that we have Malik Neighbors being the number one receiving yards guy this year. I believe that.
Yeah.
I think you believe that too.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a hard matchup for us. Now, we did improve the cornerback room from last year. Mikey Samuelson's in year 2 now. He was a good rookie. He's going to be able to play nickel now because we drafted, second round pick Trey Amos, who was projected to be we got him in the 3rd round, but he was projected to be, or was it in the 2nd round? I can't remember, but he was projected to go higher than when we got him, which is a steal for us. And then, we got to hope that our veteran that we traded for, of course, Lattimore, is healthy enough to play to his full potential. But if he can, along with those 2 young guys, I feel good about it. Honestly, I think, and I guess we can, against you guys, and then in the inverse, your cornerback room, you've said that this multiple times, you're worried about them, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely worried about them. I mean, I guess I should say, with Deonte Banks now coming into year 3, he still has some things he needs to work on.
Like turning his head?
Yeah, turning his head. Paulson Adebo is unproven. So I think as a unit, we're a little unproven right now, especially bringing in free agent Javon Holland, Tyler Nubin being in year 2. So I think that there's a lot of we have to see it first in action. And I think that this is a really good test week 1 against Debo and Terry. So that is something that I'm looking forward to. That's one of the main matchups I'm looking forward to.
Noah Brown should be available as well. Our wide receiver room is healthy.
Okay.
So you have 3 veterans that you're going to go against, plus Jalen Lane. I think you got to watch out for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more so concerned about Debo and Terry. Those are the guys that are going to be a constant threat for my corners. Adebo, like I said, has had a pretty good camp, stayed healthy after coming back from that really nasty injury. So I look forward to seeing how he is, and he is the official CB1 on the depth chart, so he will be most likely going with Terry, so I'm interested to see how that goes for him.
Yeah, for sure.
We also have Cordell Flott, who has had a pretty good preseason, did pretty well last year, pretty good safety depth with Dane Belton. So in the end, that the secondary is my biggest concern. We'll see how it goes.
Well, hopefully your front 7 can cover up for your secondary a little bit, well, for your sake, not for mine. I hope that they
not
flounder.
For yours, yeah.
No. Look, Terry's healthy, Noah Brown's healthy, Debo looked great in limited preseason run. Now the running back room for both of us, we're on opposite spectrums here. Your running back room is established. Tyrone Tracy
for right now.
For right now. I like Tyrone Tracy. He's on my fantasy team. I drafted him from you. You drafted my guy though, so
pretty
we're
good
even.
Rookie season for a 5th round
pretty
pick.
Good rookie season. I think he only lost 2 fumbles. You say he has fumbleitis. He only lost 2. So not that bad. But he's
things
also
he
switching position.
So
yeah. And then you got Cam Scatterbo. I like Cam. We'll see what happens. He almost seems like he's definitely a power back. And then for some reason, you did not keep Darius Miller. You decided to go with Devin Singleton. I guess it's the guaranteed money, but gosh.
I also think that in some way, shape, or form, you have to have that veteran presence in the running back room.
I guess.
I mean, it was going to be 3, 1 5th round guy, 1 3rd round guy, a UDFA. So I could see why the decision was to keep Singletary. I mean, in the end, I almost said Turbo. Tyrone Tracy is going to get most of the reps, I believe, this season. I'm interested to see what Cam can do. I'm more interested in your running back room, your rookie, who's going to have the most carries. I mean, I was shocked seeing that Javonte Williams for Dallas had 2 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, we are recording during this game. The Eagles are up 21-7 right now. We are recording Thursday night, the eve of the football season.
21-17, right?
Yep, 21-17 right now. I did not see who's. I don't know who scored less. Yeah, okay. Saquon.
I got the ESPN notification because I have him on our fantasy team.
Because he's on your fantasy team, right? Yeah, there you go. So look, so the official depth chart came out. Austin Eckler is number 1. Jerry McNichols is number 2. Chris Rodriguez is 3. And surprisingly, Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt is number 4, also known as Bill. I believe I saw today or yesterday that our offensive coordinator, he said that he's just going to go with the hot hand. So the depth chart is really just kind of there as an official label.
Yeah, like
But
on paper.
but
Mhm.
on we don't expect Austin Eckler to get the brunt of the carries. He's
No.
what, 30 right now or 29. He can't handle that. Not at this
Right.
age. And he
Right.
has had too many concussions. Let's not
Injury
overexpose him.
problems, yeah.
McNichols and Rodriguez are similar power backs. JMC is JCM. Sorry, JCM. I don't know why I want to call him JMC, but JCM or Bill is that change of pace back. He's going to be the X factor here, I think, for the Commanders. If he can get going early, then it's going to open up everything else offensively for us. But yeah, that's basically it. And going back to our cornerback room real quick. I mean, not just our cornerback, our safety room. I feel good about that. I think both of our teams' question is, can the cornerbacks hold up? I think
Correct.
my room has slightly less questions than your room, but I understand that they both have questions, so we will see. Now, I believe the last thing we're going to talk about here is, give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up. Any notable injuries? I saw Andrew Thomas was on your injury report.
Yeah, Andrew Thomas is on the injury report. He didn't practice today because Dable didn't want to overload him with too much of a workload. He is going to be back tomorrow. I don't know if I feel confident he'll be back for week 1. At this point, don't push it. They did restructure his contract, so it's clear that Shane thinks he's going to be here long term. Theo Johnson officially returned to practice. It looks like it was something regarding a personal issue. It doesn't look like it was something regarding an injury. Dable didn't speak about it, just said that he was back. So glad to have him back because I expect him to be TE1 on Sunday. Good blocker, kind of need him there. But other than that, nothing. Everyone's healthy.
All right, hang on. I'm pulling up because I know there's a couple of names on this list. I'm pulling it up. I got to look up John Keim, ESPN reporter. That's who I follow for most. Or Lake Lewis. Those are my two guys that I follow for Commanders news. Not, podcast wise. Obviously, I listen to Rio Robinson as well. Injury report.
Shout out Rio.
Yeah. So Dorrance Armstrong and Noah Brown and had knee injuries. They both were limited today. Jonathan Jones has a hamstring injury. He was also limited. Matt Gay and Marcus Mariota, Matt Gay had an illness. Marcus Mariota says injury. They were both full. I'm a little nervous about Achilles stuff, but Mariota's a backup, so we should be okay.
Yeah.
But I expect all those guys to be available, especially Noah Brown. Jonathan Jones is more depth. Dorrance Armstrong, it would be nice to have him. We'll see. But yeah, no, that's basically it. So prediction time, Mal. You ready for this? So
yeah,
I think we had different predictions. If you make sure you check that out. But in case you didn't get a chance to see it, I have the Commanders winning this one. I think it's a close game, though. This is always going to be a close game. It is going to
be close, I think,
the Commanders are going to win it. Jaden Daniel has that clutch factor, and Russell Wilson's just getting a little bit too old.
We'll see.
We'll see. And Mal, what is your prediction for your team?
I predicted that the Giants will win. It'll be very close. I think they're going to come out and take this one. In the end, if the Giants don't win week 1, they don't have a good season. So they have to have a good week 1. I don't have them winning by a lot. I only have them winning 27-24.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think around that range is right. I think I have it. 17-21. I don't think this is a high scoring game.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, the Commanders could very easily lose this game. We cannot commit stupid turnovers. If we do,
the Giants can also. The Giants can very well lose this game, and by a lot too if they don't do the right thing.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. That being said, I think that wraps up our week 1 preview for both of our teams. Guys, make sure that you follow us on 14 Rings and NFC East podcast. Mal will be doing Giants previews throughout the season on her NYG forecast. Make sure you check that out too. We'll have these out a day or two before, probably Friday or Saturday before games, or if it's a Thursday night game, we'll have it out before then, probably Wednesday or Thursday morning, something like that. But make sure that you guys follow, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube. This is, of course, a YouTube exclusive. Make sure that you guys follow us on Twitter, X, Twitter/X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook. Until next good time, deuces.
Bye, y'all. See you Sunday.